Okay. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Three Peaks in the Pods. You're speaking with the marvelous Mike Lowry, C Love, and Trinity Team. And today we're just gonna get right into the topics.
So first, what age do you stop co-sleeping with them kids? What age do you tell them, look, you got to get your own room? Is it from birth, or do they have a time frame where they can't sleep in the bed?
I won't say birth because if you say birth, you gotta keep an eye on them, because it's like at a risky age where have health issues, some kids. I'm gonna say two. I'm gonna say two. I'm gonna say two. That's the max.
I can't say shit. My kids still sleep with me.
Yeah, I can get that.
My daughter's 2, my son is 13 though.
I can tell you why though. Your son, he's a mama's boy.
He is the mama's boy, and he was mine and his dad's only child. So I separated from his dad when my son turned 1. So when my son was a baby, he was sleeping in his crib, and me and his dad would sleep ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
But once we separated, that's really where it came from because I felt guilty. Like I took his dad away from him, like I took his family away from him. So I would let my son sleep with me because I felt like I had to make up for his dad's absence. So I didn't want to, I had already took him away from his family home.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't want to just toss him to a crib again or, go feed for yourself type shit. So he sleeps with me still till this day. My daughter, they fight over me at night. And now, he's 13. Why don't I make him sleep on his own? Because I know it's going to go away. I know in like a year or 2, he ain't going to want to be sleeping with me anymore.
Well, yeah, but at the same time, my next question was like your bed. So kids have twin size beds, and then like you might have like this big king size bed, comfortable, big and long, and all that. Yeah, so that's why. Because as a kid, I did the same thing.
Thank you. Thank you.
As a kid, I did the same thing. Like I would be in there because I had a little ass bed and I'm already tall, so that point of view, I can see why in your bed it's more comfortable.
Yeah, true. Yeah, he does say that. It's more comfortable. I'm like, gosh.
That's our kid. That's
Because he
definitely our
does have his
kids.
own bed and he does have his own room. He just
That's mine.
don't sleep in it.
That's mine. He been to watch TV. I'm like, bro, you got your own TV, your own room. You got Netflix. You got Disney Plus. Why you in here?
Right.
Yeah. And same thing. He said the bed because we got a big bed. So.
Oh, they just want that love, and I say embrace it because I do have friends that their kids, their boys, they don't want nothing to do with them.
Mm-hmm.
They are, and even younger, 8, 10, and they're like, man, I wish I had the bond with my son that you have with yours. And so it's just like, man, we've been close since, he was a baby. So.
Right.
So I just appreciate it because I know it's not going to last forever.
Yep. Once you get in high school, it's gonna change.
I know it.
What about you?
So I got 2 kids. So with my daughter, she slept with us till she was like 7 or 8.
Dang.
But she was my only child too. So me and her mom, same thing, big bed, and like that was my baby. So I was afraid of, I want to make sure she's okay. So even though she had a crib and all that, she would sleep in the middle of us. But as they got older, I call that birth control. Cause I'm like, I want adult time when you got like this kid.
Right,
So I had
yeah.
to make her room like pretty. So I got like all the princess stuff, the Barbie stuff that she wanted to stay in her room. But what she would do, because you got to break them out of that, she would get up like 2, 3 in the morning and then come jump in the bed.
Yeah, kids nowadays,
Yeah, like they
that be
scared. So when I taught her certain things, I'm like, look, you got to learn how to pray.
Mm-hmm.
I have the tablet at the time was like the new thing, and I have like audio Bible or something. Like. So then fast forward with my son, I got him in the crib out the gate because I already know how that is. But it was his mama that took him out the crib because it's her first son, and she wanted him in the bed. He's 2 now, so he'll lay down sometime, and then other time he know how to climb and get on there. So,
You top blocking sometimes too when they get older.
that's kids.
They're
That's
like,
what
nah,
they
ain't no more kids.
Yeah, like, you got
That's
to,
why
you
I
got
say
to,
birth control. Ain't nothing happening. They right there. You
right.
gotta wait till they go to sleep.
Yeah. I teach my son because all kids are scared, but I let him know like ain't no monsters. What you see is pretty much shadows, like all these objects in your room. It's in the wild, so don't let the movies and all that scare you. Only thing it is just a human behind it. So
Right.
he got the concept, so you know that.
Yeah, that's another thing too. I used to have to control what my son watches because he did start getting scared, and I just would tell him, it's not real. That's
Right.
fake. Yeah.
But you open up them doors sometimes too, like the horror film. So even though we know it's fake, like you don't want the kids because when they go to bed,
Yeah, and sometimes
thinking
right. Some stuff I don't watch, like all that demonic movies, all that. We don't watch that.
paranormal activity.
Nope.
Or like even Snap. Like I was
The little
so
Ouija
addicted
boards,
to
whatever.
Snap. That's one TV show where I was like,
What's that?
what? Snap. That's when the woman snapped and killed that mother. Oh, dude, whatever. But it's like whether it was sometimes it was a man, sometimes it was a guy, sometimes it was a child. But if they snapped and there was a murder scene,
it was crazy chicks.
so yeah, it wasn't odd. Was it all women? Oh, I thought it was men too.
Crazy
That
chicks.
and 48 Hours. I'm just so into like murder mysteries, like all of that.
Okay,
So it's intriguing
that's all.
to me.
That's all I need to know.
That's a red flag. I love it. I love those shows.
What was our next question?
So since we're on the topic of kids, right? Like I said, I have a 2-year-old.
Oh yeah, right.
So let's say you have a babysitter or daycare or wherever you bring your kids to.
Right.
And you find the people that's supposed to be watching your child asleep.
Right.
How would you take it?
Oh, my child could provide it, but they sleep.
Yeah.
Where my child at? Is he up or?
It could be anywhere. He could be in.
Now, if my child is up, running around the house, and you sleep, then I'm gonna be upset because anything can happen. Because nowadays, like, okay, so one thing that I can never get out of my head is the movie Set It Off. So Set It Off when they was working for
You got
Luther.
in the chemicals.
Yep, that goes to my mind. So that's my biggest concern, the things that kids get into when watching my child. So I'm gonna be upset about that. I'm gonna go off. But like, if the child is sleeping, you sleep, I ain't got no problem. It's nap time, But that's how I feel about it.
All right. Well, I have a confession for the audience. Me and C Love kids go to the same daycare. So her baby and my baby, and we actually caught this woman asleep. I won't say her name because she gotta provide.
Right.
But we caught her asleep a few times, and I chalk it up to
Not
old
once,
age.
but
Because she's like a granny.
He's so nice about it. I'm like,
what do you say? How do you approach?
So
she's
she's a granny.
old. Exactly what he said. She's old. She needs her naps, her health. He was being so nice, and I'm like, are you listening to what I'm saying? Because I would pop up, like I would get off early. Sometimes I would work from home during the week, like random days, and I would just pop up because several times when I would drop her off, she would leave her door open, and I would be like, "Hello, hello."
Wait, what door?
Her front door open. Yes.
What?
Yes, because she had an open door policy where the parents can go whenever to see their kids or whatever. So I would walk in, and she would be sleeping on the couch, sleep. And I would be like, oh my God, the little kids would be over here playing. So yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't tell her anything. I just found somewhere else for my daughter to be.
And she was the only provider?
Only one taking care
She
of
was
her.
a lower level at home.
Right, yeah, I got it, yeah.
So when we both went, and like I said, it was okay. And the first time I thought she was in there shooting heroin or something. Like, yo, what the hell she got? But
Got a
she's
crazy
diabetic.
mind.
She an old lady, diabetic. But I was like, yo, if you can't take on all them kids, then don't take them. And she had, I think, like 6 was her limit.
Yeah.
But me and her baby was the youngest, and I'm like, why they always asleep? Or they in another room, and then you got like the little puppy and the dog, which I don't have a problem with. But I'm like, why are they around the kids? You know, like what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
And like she'll nap, and then later, like I said, I chalked it up to old age, and I'm like, nah, we just gonna go somewhere else quietly. So I ended up bringing my son to a provider that he loves now, and she actually gave me the recommendation because she went there first. Took her daughter, and I was like, yo, the kid's happy now.
Big difference. Always smiling.
Yeah,
it's rare that
no
my
issues.
daughter, she'll turn around, she'll be like, "Hi, mommy. Hi." You know, I'm like, "Little girl." But and before, she used to cry. She used to throw a fit. So if you pay attention to the kids, they'll definitely let you know what's going
Tell
on.
you what's up, man.
Oh, I know. My first job was a daycare.
For real?
Yeah. It was a summer program, and they had me more like a janitor. I used to mop the floors. But later, I was an assistant teacher for pre-K 3.
Yeah.
But, you know, I can see the babies when the mom leaves, how they used to cry and all that. So, trust me, I know.
Yeah.
I did with them for 3 years. So, yeah, I know. All right, so we got another topic we're gonna ask
Yeah,
about.
so now I got one that I really want to hear from you.
Yeah, I want to hear from you. I'm gonna ask you this topic because this is one prime example. I'm gonna move your drink for a little bit so they can see. So I always wonder this. I don't do it, but I see folks do it. So when folks go on dates, you know, with their partners, I always see them put their phone face down. What's the purpose of that?
It's habit, because one I'm like, I do a lot of stuff, all legal by the way.
A lot of stuff.
Yeah, I do a lot of stuff.
What's up?
I'm gonna come down, Diddy.
But you don't want your business flashing across the street.
She said, Diddy. She said, calm down, Diddy.
You don't want the feds. The feds. You don't want the people looking at
that boy ordering $1,000 of baby oil. Nah, let me get this out.
But so
no.
You can't even look at baby oil.
So you have your phone down. You like, okay, I don't want everybody in my business.
Yeah.
But on that same subject, you talking about phones now, and I know you got a fiance now. How do you feel about sharing your passcode with your significant other?
Oh, she know mine. So all 3 phones.
Okay.
Yeah. But her face ID ain't on my phone, but she never. We know each other passcodes. Yeah. I ain't hiding nothing. Yeah.
All right.
I share mine. Oh, she said, she said, oh, look. Red flag.
No. I don't give mine, but if he wants it, he can have it. I don't ask for his either. I just don't care to go through my man's phone. I never have. I feel like we're all adults. And whatever's going to be done in the dark is going to come to light.
Right.
You know, like, I always trust and believe that God is going to steer me in whatever direction I need to go to. So I don't worry about that stuff. I really don't. And I honestly, but sometimes I wish that I was that type that did go through phones, because maybe I would have prevented, getting cheated on, right? I was married, I got cheated on. So I was like, well, damn, maybe if I would have been, this crazy chick going through his phone, that would have benefited me. But it's not me, it's not my character. I don't care.
So I got a question, since you're a woman, since we're on this topic. So is it true that y'all really do be having dreams about?
Yes.
That's true?
Yes.
Like
the whole time, the whole time he was cheating, I did have dreams that he would leave me, for like another woman. And I would kind of voice these things too to see what his reaction was. And he would deny it. And he was the type, like, he would pump gas and he would leave the phone in the car, And like he never was glued to his phone. He watch out for that. He'll play up for real.
But could that been like insecurities on your part, or you spoke it into existence?
No, because I'm not insecure. I'm not insecure. I'm a damn good wife. you know. And to me, it's like, dude, you got it made here. You know, like I'm there for you. I support you. You know, like I catered to my man. So it was just like, no,
Right.
definitely not insecure. I just started dreaming it. And I didn't even know why. I was just kind of like, dang, you know, I have this dream, you know, and I would tell him about it.
So what do you think like made him cheat? I want to know this.
He's younger. He was younger than me. I think we have I think we have a 8-year difference. So he was way younger than me. I just feel he wasn't ready for marriage. I don't think he was ready for marriage. He already had kids before me. We had our daughter together. I just think he was too young. And so in the process of me understanding his youth, I was never the type to be like, you can't go with your friends, you can't do this. He was a barber too. So he would stay, you know, at the shop late night cutting hair. I just wasn't that chick. You know, to be like, where you at? What are you doing? What time are you coming home? I just wasn't that person.
That's
When he
good.
got home. You know, the next day we prayed together. I cooked him breakfast, blessed him, and have a good day, you know?
Mm-hmm. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I
So
don't know. I
what?
just feel he was young. He was
But I'm gonna say this. So, no man wakes up saying I'm gonna cheat today, contrary to popular beliefs.
That's correct.
So I think, and I mean this respectfully, I think a man is forced into cheating. So what I mean by that is not right, and I'm not condoning that in no form or fashion. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is, if he comes home, let's say he's a barber, whatever he could be in construction, and he come home after a hard day's work. All he want to see is a clean house, a cooked meal,
Mm-hmm.
He had it.
and like downtime for himself. Whether that's taking a hot bath, watching football, like whatever. That's all he want. Everything else, he's gonna happily. A real man's gonna happily protect and provide.
Right.
So now let's say you do have them dreams, and this is why I say speaking that stuff into existence. And you say, well, I had this dream, or I got intuition that you cheating on me. You did A, B, and C. And he's like, yo, you crazy. Like, what's going on with you?
Yeah.
And now it's becoming an argument. And he's like, I don't want to hear that. And then he leaves his house. And then Susie Q
We
down
didn't
the street.
argue about it. We laughed about it. I was like, man, I have this dream, blah, 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 you're cheating. He was like, man, I'm not going to cheat on you. And I was like, all right. That was it. It was never, even when he cheated, I try to understand why he cheated. He was scared to come home that day because I remember he called me and told me, I got something to tell you. And I was like,
Sound like Urshan said that.
yeah, exactly.
Passion.
Yeah, for real. And so I was just like, so I guessed it. And so I was like, you know what? We'll talk about it. We'll work it out. We'll work through it.
So let me ask you another question. Was the home or apartment or bills primarily in your name or his name?
I was the head of household, and like I was older. I've always been independent. I've always taken care of myself. And he would make, but I would never make him feel less than. But he would make a comment like, "Man, I'm never gonna be good enough for you."
That's the second, the number two reason to cheat. I was gonna get to it. Is one or two. So either he's arguing, and when he leave, he go by Susie Q, and it's to all the women that say, "Oh, why he cheated on me with a fat girl? Or why he cheated on me with someone that's way less attractive than me?" Because when he come inside that home, you with all that nagging and fussing, and he don't feel like the king of his home. And he go by Susie Q, no matter how she look. And Susie Q tell him he's the best thing since sliced bread, giving him all these honor and praises. Guess where he gonna spend his time at? By Susie Q. So no man wakes up saying, I'm gonna cheat on you.
Yeah.
This is why I say he's forced into cheat. Is that right? No. At the end of the day, I think you should sit down and have a conversation about the do's and the don'ts and the insecurities and how you feel. But
definitely the insecurities, because everybody has insecurities and everybody has trauma triggers. And I think that's important to ask, because now, you know, just dating, those are big. Like I always ask about their family, what's their relationship with their family, and what's their trauma, right? And I would be like, hey, tell me a good childhood memory. And if they don't have good childhood memories, then they've been through some shit, you know, and they have some healing that they're probably still healing from their childhood and they're bringing into their adulthood. That's going to let you know how they're going to parent, right? Anyways, that's probably a whole nother segment. Next topic.
No, I dig it though, but I want y'all to know. So, to everybody that say, "Oh, this couple has problems," or "that couple has problems," them people don't wake up saying that they're gonna do wrong.
Right.
It's usually something that forced them in that direction. And if you keep living long enough, your time is coming. I guarantee it.
Amen, brother. Amen, brother. I mean, deacon. Amen.
That's all we have for today. So I thank y'all for coming out. Catch us next week. New topic. Catch Evening with Mike. What is it?
Yeah, you can catch me on my podcast. It is Eating the Talks with Mike Lowry.
Catch me on Trinity Team. We got big things going on, man. So this is the family. This is the team. Thank y'all for being with us. See you next week.